Hello, everyone. Miles here again. Welcome to the final episode of the We're in this together video series. Um, yeah, this is it. This is the last song on the EP, and it is the title of the EP. It's We're in This Together. Um, I Yeah, there is a lot to say about the song. I mean, the song is pretty self-explanatory about what it's about, like lyrically and stuff. Um, but it's a big one for sure. This is like the second kind of song that I wrote after Off My Mind. After I wrote that, and I kind of got inspired to write more. This was the second song to kind of come out. And yeah, I wrote it back in 2017, just like I did Off My Mind. And pretty much kind of my mindset in going into writing about this, or going into writing this song, was I'm pretty sure there was like, well, it was just after the elections in the States, which everyone seemed to be watching, right, including myself. And then I believe, yeah, there was an election going on here, a provincial one in Alberta, um, and yeah, I believe it happened in 2017. I can't remember now, but anyway, it just always seemed like everyone was at odds with each other. No one was getting along. No one, like, if you weren't in agreement on like which party you were voting for or whatever, it was just like you're not friends anymore, kind of thing. It was kind of ridiculous for a while there. Like, it seemed like everyone was just so divided. Um, and Yeah, I don't know. It kind of struck a chord for me. I just, I don't know. I don't really think that way. If someone doesn't agree with everything that I believe in or whatever, I don't just immediately, think they're a horrible person and that's it and we're not friends, sort of thing. I don't know. I don't think that way. I know a lot of people that are watching this probably don't as well, but it just seemed, especially after the 2016 election, and then going into the provincial election, it just seemed like there was just everyone was at odds with each other, right? Um, and I don't know, it just wasn't. It just didn't feel like a very like happy place um, in the world. It seemed like there's a lot of tension going on, and I decided to write a song, kind of to be a little more positive. I've always thought to myself, like the slogan, like the song name itself. I've always thought that we're in this together. And that you should help other people if you can, if you have the means to. It's something that I've always believed in. I've always thought was important in life. Because I know I'm a lot more fortunate than people in the same city as me. Um, so why not try and help out if I can, right? I think it's important. Like, there's some people that obviously can't, that are in tougher spots than I am, but um, if you can help, why not help? Why not? Like, it feels good to help someone else, and it brightens their day or their week or their month or their year even. You know what I mean? If they're really just down on the dumps, you can really change someone's whole mood and whole perspective, on life, by just doing one good deed. You know what I mean? So it's something that I think is really important, and I have thought is very important for a long time. So yeah, like I said, everything kind of seemed really negative, and that we were so at odds. Everyone was at odds with each other and stuff, and I just didn't really like it. I was just like, no, I don't agree with any of this. I think that we're all people. We're all in this together. Regardless of what party you're voting for or what side you're on or whatever, like, who cares? Like, it's like we're in this together. You know what I mean? I think it's important, to really shout that, out into the world. Um, and Yeah, and that's kind of the reason why I decided to release it as the single. for this EP, and I released that back in April. And I mean, the song was written 2017, right? And then I just came out this year. But when I was toying with like, because after everything was kind of closing down, and I knew that shows just weren't going to be a thing. I had the EP done, right? Everything was recorded, everything was mastered. It was set to release in 2020. I had it all planned out back in 2019. I was like, okay, this is going to be the year that's going to happen. And then COVID hit. So it kind of fucked everything up a little bit. Um, but I felt like We're in This Together was a good song to release first, because, I mean, there were so many slogans already going around, like, we're in this together, we're in this together, we're all in this together. I saw like a Tim Hortons ad with the slogan "We're in this together" kind of thing, So I was just like, damn, like I have a song literally with that same name, like, and it's a really positive song. It's literally about talking about just being together and being and helping people, and that's, I think, what is very important this year. I think more than any year. I mean, it's always important, of course, but like this year, especially, like, because everyone is so, like, there's a lot of stress out there, I think, in the world right now, about over COVID and stuff, and then, everything with Black Lives Matter and stuff. It's there's so much hate going on right now. So I decided to try and bring a lot of positivity instead, like so many people on opposite sides of things that I look at certain things and I'm like, it's blatantly obvious what the right thing to do is, but then there's other people that just don't see it the same way, like racism, for example. It's like, it's just, you know it's crazy, to see the way some people act online, and especially, it's just like, man, it's very prevalent. Obviously, it's not going anywhere anytime soon. um, but I think an important thing to remember is that we're just in this together. Treat everyone equally. Treat everyone. Just be kind to everyone. You know what I mean? I think that's super important. So yeah, I felt like this song was a good song to release back in April. Um, and I think just the whole slogan about it just really fit perfectly. And then going into the artwork, actually, that my buddy Caleb made for this EP. I obviously released the album artwork with the single, and it's of like, this guy sitting by himself. It's dark. There's like dark, ominous clouds above him, and then there's all these people behind him. Um, and he made the artwork based on how the whole album kind of sounded. And I think he hit the nail on the head. But like, um, just that artwork, and he made that back in like January or February, something like that, earlier in the year, before like really COVID kind of hit here in Edmonton anyway, or Alberta. And like things started to kind of shut down, and we actually had to start quarantining and stuff. There's this guy, like, he made, or he yeah, drew this guy sitting by himself with everyone else behind him, and I just thought to myself, like, damn, like, that totally solidifies like what's happening right now. We're all in quarantine, we're all by ourselves, but like there's still obviously so many people around that um, that need help too, right? And it's just, the artwork, crazy related to like crazily related to the situation at hand. The song related to the situation at hand. It kind of like felt like a bit of a perfect storm in a very weird way. So yeah, it was just like, okay, this is the song to release for sure. And it's the title of the EP as well. So I figured, yeah, it's a good place to start. Um, and then yeah, so with this song coming out, or I guess going back, I guess I should start at the beginning. So going back to the writing of the song, um, like I said, it's pretty self-explanatory. The lyrics and stuff like that. Um, But I wanted a song that everyone could kind of sing along to. I thought that was really important to me. I wanted, yeah, some of the best songs, are songs that you can get like a group of people involved in, In my opinion, I think it's the best, like playing a show and having people sing along with you. It's great, But the first show I played actually back in April of 2019, excuse me, back in April of 2019, um, I played this song, of course, and I played it last, and I, taught everyone how it goes. It's pretty simple. It's just the woes kind of during the chorus, and yeah, oh man, that room just got so loud during the choruses. It was the coolest thing. I didn't even have to do it. I didn't have to do the woes. And there were times after that show that I had to, right, just to kind of get the crowd going and stuff when it was a smaller crowd. But it was a big crowd, and a lot of people came out to support me, and it was really awesome. And like I said, like it echoed, like the whole room sang along. It was so cool. So I wanted to try and capture that as best as I could on the EP, or on the song, I mean. So, but yeah, the writing of the song, pretty self-explanatory. One of my favorite lyrics of the song, I guess, is that's worth mentioning, is it's like the last kind of section of the third verse that I have. It's a three-verse song. um, it's I have this problem again where I can't remember my lyrics without singing them. Um, and if you don't love what you do, then leave it and try something new. That lyric, when I wrote it, really hit home for me because I feel like there is just a lot of people, or I guess the full lyric, sorry, is life was what you make of it. So do the best you can. And then, if you don't love what you do, then leave it and try something new. Um, I think there's a lot of people in the world that are working jobs that they hate. I think that's a very normal thing. That they're just it's a means to an end, just to kind of get by and pay your bills and all that kind of stuff. But you like hate your job. I think that's a very normal kind of feeling. I've definitely worked jobs that I hated, but I stayed with them for years because I need to make money, right, to pay my bills and stuff. Um, but I think it's important, like, just I value time over money for sure. I always have. I always valued my time and stuff over the amount of money I make. Money is kind of it's not a really high priority on my list of things that are important to me. It never really has been. Um, there's people that I know, of course, that money is like a big deal. It's everything, right? And that's just never been me. I've never really cared too much about it. Um, as long as I can provide for myself, provide for my cat, keep a roof over my head, and feed myself, then that's good enough for me, in my opinion. I'm happy with that. I don't need a lot to be happy. So I've always valued my time over money, and I've always valued just what I do, like just how I spend my time. I want to spend my time somewhere that I actually want to spend time. Doing. Um, I would hate like I would hate to just be stuck at a job, just dragging along and just hating life, and just having nowhere to go. That would just be so stressful to me. But there's people that do it. You know what I mean? And so I really wanted to have that in the song. Where it's like, if you don't love what you do, just leave it. Try something new. Try something different. Just get out there. Be crazy. Um, yeah, like just take a leap of faith. Believe in yourself. Um, I think it's so important to believe in yourself. No one else is going to do it for you, I mean, obviously you have friends and family that support you, but you're the one who's got to make the moves, you know what I mean? You're the one who's got to do it. And that's the same with even this music and stuff like that. Like, I was so nervous to to release my songs that I wrote myself. And it was such a positive thing, in my life after I did it. After I just played that first open mic. Not even a show I was billed on, just an open mic, just going in front of a crowd that people I didn't know except for like one person, and playing my songs. It just was crazy how positive an experience that was for me. Um, yeah, so I think it's important. If you're not happy in your life, then something you got to change it. You got to do something about it. So that lyric to me is a big one. It's my favorite lyric, I think, out of the whole song. Um, yeah. So and like I said, the rest of the lyrics are pretty self-explanatory. It's a very positive, uplifting song. I wanted it to be that way, especially when I recorded it. I wanted it just to be full and just like boom in your face, and just really positive, like sounding. And I think I got it. I think I nailed that. So it has like a driving kind of force to it, right? The music behind it, I don't really know why I had the capo on the second fret. I think I was learning a song by Frank Turner, of course. He's like my favorite songwriter. I have his guitar. I can't. Here we go. Yeah, I have his guitar tattooed on my arm. This is his logo here. I don't know if you can see it. Maybe. Yeah. Not super awkward. Anyway, I was learning the way I tend to be, and the slower kind of version of it anyway. And I'll play a little bit. It's like. Yeah, so it's on the capo on the second, and it's like G, and then D and C. Anyway, so I was playing that, and then I think I was just kind of hanging out, doing my thing, sitting in my apartment, or sitting in my living room there in my apartment, and just playing. And I was playing this chord progression here, and it was literally the start of the song and how the song kind of started, but. And I really liked how like it went from like a nice, excuse me, the beer. It's like a happy like G and D, and then to A minor. Like I said in my previous videos, I love those minor chords, just where it's emotion, and then it goes to E minor. That keeps the minors, and then it goes back into the G again. I liked that chord progression. I just think it sounds awesome. And yeah, doing like the three kind of like the pausing in between is something that I was playing around with at the time too. Just like the. Yeah. So that's kind of where the song started. And then the verse, so it's another one of those songs where I pretty much play the same kind of chord progression throughout the whole song. That's just how it happened. The first couple times I wrote songs is just I went real easy with them, But that's okay. I really don't care. I used to think like I needed to be technical, because I know how to play guitar, and I think I know how to play it really well, Been doing it for a while, so I was like, man, like playing all these simple chords, like I should like throw some other stuff in there, and I'll get into actually like the bridge part that I cut out of the song, because it made the song so much longer than it needed to be. Anyway, I'll get into that in a bit here. But yeah, so yeah, I decided, like I got to a point with songwriting, especially. I was just like, you know what? Who cares? Like, no one's gonna fucking care if I'm just playing the same four chords the whole song. Who cares? Like, as long as it sounds good, and you can switch it up, like switch up the way it sounds anyway. Like, with the verse, I play literally the same thing, but I'm like palm muting, and it gives it a different feel, right? So it's like. So, um, so I rolled with that, and I didn't really think of having the beginning part that I played there as like a chorus part, because I couldn't really think of any lyrics to go along with like that chord progression specifically. I could do it with the verse because it's just like yeah. I started playing. I think I literally just instinctually started palm muting it, and then lyrics kind of just started to come. It took a bit to write the song. I didn't write it all in one day. It did happen in sections. I don't exactly know how long it took me, but it did not take one day, like off my mind, or I can't say. Um, yeah, it took a little more time. I spent a little more time on the lyrics specifically. I did change stuff around and stuff. Nothing too crazy. Just when you're in the moment and you're writing, things just come out. And then when you look back later, with a different set of eyes, you can see things that you can change and make better, and it's part of the songwriting, right? So yeah, so that was pretty, and then yeah, so like I said, I wanted to switch it up for the chorus, because the chorus is pretty much just one line the whole time, but I wanted like the room to kind of get involved, right? I wanted it to sound big, and have like people's voices in it. So, like I said, the chorus is pretty simple. It's just one line, but I instead of doing that chord progression, I just went to a C instead. So it's like. Oh, I should mention, I keep playing the G a little longer because it's usually it's just like the chord progression normally is right, but instead for the chorus, I play the G a little longer and then I go to a C. So it's just like a couple extra measures, I guess, to be technical about it. I do play it a couple extra measures, so it's just like. And I guess with like a tempo, it's just like, um, yeah, it's in threes actually. This song is 3/4 rather than 4/4, or 3/4 time rather than 4/4 time. So it's like 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3. Like that. And because yeah, I remember trying to get the tempo for the song at first when I was recording it, and I was like, man, like it's not. I was kind of trying to go like 1 2 3 4 and trying to play that. I was like, fuck, it just wasn't working out. It just wasn't happening. So then I went 3/4 time instead, and it was perfect. And I was like, oh, that makes total sense then. I wrote a song in 3/4 time without even fucking knowing it. Anyway. So yeah, so the chorus has that C in it, kind of drawn out, a couple measures, just so I can because just I think it sounds good, I think it sounds good, and just getting all the woes in there and stuff, I think it worked out. And then yeah, so now going to the bridge, and I had played this song I played it live pretty much with this bridge every single time I played it. I hadn't played it actually once without with it cut out. It was a decision I made while I was mixing the song. I had everything recorded already. I was mixing it or editing it, editing to mixing to going into mixing it, and I just did not love it. I had the bridge in there, and what it used to be, and some of you who have seen me play live might remember it. Might remember how it sounds. It's not on the EP. It's not on the. It's not in the song at all. But it's like this. It's like. And then it goes into the slow part though. So, and the reason I cut that out is because first, like the main reason is because it made the song way too long. It made it over 6 minutes long. And it happens, I'm a new songwriter. At least at the time when I wrote the song, I was new at it all. And I didn't really think about time, I just wrote what felt right. Like there's 3 verses in this song, right? But the thing is I don't want to get rid of one of my verses because the lyrical content of the song is more important to me than how long the song is. You know what I mean? Fuck it. The content is what's the most important thing to me. So I decided to leave all the verses in there, but I was like, man, something's got to give because people are not going to want to sit here for fucking 6 minutes and listen to that bridge. You know what I mean? And then the way it was recorded, like, man, playing that part, like I got it down eventually. Obviously, I fucked that up so many times though, and then I couldn't get a good a good electric guitar version of it. There's obviously electric guitar throughout the whole song. Um, there's only one section where it's just my acoustic guitar. Otherwise, it's electric the whole time with acoustic, of course. Um, but yeah, I just could not get the electric guitar right for that section. I just couldn't figure it out. And I was like, man, I had just pretty much decided to just land on something and then was like, fuck it. Oh, this is good enough. And then going and editing it and mixing it and stuff, I just kept listening over and over again. I was like, man, this sucks. I don't like it. It doesn't sound good at all. So I literally went and cut it right out. Like I highlighted everything and I recorded for that and all instruments. I just deleted it right out and then just moved it all. And that was actually kind of sketchy for me because it was the first time I had ever done that. I was like, man, am I gonna fuck my whole song up and have to re-record everything? Like that would be so shitty. I mean, I would undo it. I'd figure something out, but like, man, I was sketching a little bit when I was doing it. I was like, man, like I would be so fucking pissed if I had to go, like if I just could not get it right, just couldn't figure out the good way to edit it and I had to re-record everything. That would just be so brutal. But it worked out. It goes right from the second chorus. It plays that chord progression again, the main chord progression, and then it's supposed to go into that bridge part, where the octave kind of changes. And I do trust me, I do like that octave change. I think it sounds super cool, like especially like this part here, I think that sounds super cool. I love that. Anyway, it had to go. But yeah, and then it goes right from the chord progression, then it goes right into everything cuts out and it's just the guitar, and it worked out perfectly. I was able to just get it, like edit it properly, and the thing that I think that may have helped as well is because it's not quite on time. Like the tempo is there, and like I said, I do the scratch track with the guitar first, and then record the drums to the scratch track, all based on the tempo. I record my guitar to the tempo as best I can, and then record the drums to my guitar. Pretty much is what I do. So it wasn't quite in time. I mean, maybe it was enough, and actually, maybe it was in time, and that's why it worked out so perfectly. I don't know. Now that I'm thinking about it, maybe that's why it worked out so good because I was actually more in time than I thought I was. Um, but yeah, I literally just dragged everything over, and it fit perfectly, and it just worked. Everything just worked perfectly. It was awesome. I was stoked. In that when I was missing it there, I was pretty stoked on that. But yeah, no. So every single time I played the song live, I have played it with that bridge. Now I'm not going to, of course. But that's just some background stuff of the song. There was a bridge in there, but it made it way too long. And I wasn't the only person that thought that too. I actually sent this song over to a guy I know. His name's James Banks. He is an audio engineer as well, and or as well. I don't even know if I can consider myself an audio engineer. I don't know. I just try stuff out. Anyway, he's an actual audio engineer. He's recorded like bands and like Nicholas Rage, one of my favorite local bands here, Wolfric, my buddy's band. Again, super awesome guys, super awesome band, super awesome music. He recorded them, and so I picked his brain quite a bit. And James is such a nice guy. He was very helpful, and I saw him at a few shows and stuff, of course, and picked his brain to shows. And then I sent him the song. I was like, hey, like, what do you think of just my scratch mix? Is what the term is, where you pan, or I don't even think I panned everything. I think he was just like, yeah, you should probably like pan like the instruments. I'm like, oh yeah, sorry man, I just kept it all right up the middle, like no stereo effect to it at all, just right up the middle. What do you think? But I hadn't done any EQing or any compression or anything on the tracks. I just sent him, literally, I just had it all up the middle. I played with the levels, and then I sent it to him and said, what do you think? And one of his initial things was like, the song's too long. You gotta find a way to cut it out. And I did my best. I mean, this song is still 500 or 500 5 minutes and like 40 seconds or something like that. Like, it's still a fucking long song, but it would be closer. It would be over 6 minutes if I cut that bridge in there for sure. So it is what it is. I couldn't cut too much out of the song because, like I said, I wanted, I everything else that was in the song, I wanted in the song. I made a creative decision to do that. So that's why it's my music, right? But his suggestions though really helped. I actually had recorded just the guitars and then copied them. Like, We're in This Together was actually the first song I fully recorded. Like, when I decided to do the EP and stuff like that and get everything set up, We're in This Together was the first song I did. And it was the first song I mixed, and it was the first song I released. But I'd actually done the electric guitars and then just copied them, and it's not what you do. You you do one track with your electric guitar, and then you record another track, and just play the same thing as best you can. Get it as tight as you can. But the thing is you're never going to get it perfectly right, and that's the point. And it creates a kind of variance. And when you pan one left and pan one right, it makes it way bigger than if you just do one track and then duplicate it and then pan them left and right. It doesn't create the same vibe because it's literally the same track. It's like there's no difference, right? You're hearing no difference at all. It just sounds like it's right up the middle pretty much. But if you have recorded twice and then pan one left, pan one right, and does it ever open up? And he had said that, he's like, you gotta do that for sure. So I did, and yeah, that just opened it right up for me. And then all the other videos I watched on YouTube and stuff, same thing. So yeah, and I think the video may have cut out there. I just said all the videos on YouTube told me to do the same thing. Anyway, I don't know. Sometimes it cuts out and stuff. So, but yeah, no. That's pretty much the extent of the song. I mean, really, yeah. I guess like that's really all there is to say. I mean, we're getting to the 33-minute mark now. This is gonna be. I knew this is gonna be a bit of a longer video. I thank you guys for watching. I don't know how many people actually watch like the full videos, but if you do, I really appreciate it. It means a lot to me. Yeah, that's pretty much the extent of the song. I did send the song to Sean as well, my buddy Sean, because he, at the time that I was mixing, he was also playing around with stuff as well, getting into recording a little bit more than he recorded an album and stuff before. Like he's been pretty good with the audio engineering side of things, with music for a while. So I did actually pick his brain on a few things as well throughout this whole process earlier on, back in like 2018. Yeah, back in 2018. But yeah, I sent it to him because he knew I was recording and stuff and knew I was mixing. He's like, hey, like send me a song and I'll mix it for you and let me know how it is. And I didn't end up using the mix that he did for it. But it was cool. He sent me rough drafts and stuff, and I, gave him my insights on it and stuff, and yeah, it sounded pretty cool. But ultimately, I wanted to go with what I did because I was very proud of the fact that I was doing it myself. I was very. It was kind of a maybe it was a bit of an ego thing for me. I don't know. I wanted to do it myself. I just was really set on in my mind just to like, okay, you can do this, 100% all you. But I wanted his insight as well, and it was cool to get it. And actually, before I start playing the song and stop talking about the song, one thing I wanted to mention too that I almost forgot to mention. So the woes, one of the most important parts of the song, in my opinion. So that was fun to do, to record. Um, yeah, so I looked up a ton of videos on how to record gang vocals, and that's like the term, if you don't know, is gang vocals. Um, and I kind of had a bit of an idea of what I wanted to do with it anyway. So I went over to my cousin's place, and I got my cousin Tyler, my cousin Michael, and then my buddy Bobby to do the gang vocals for me. So pretty much, I just set up a mic in the most kind of open spot of his kitchen and living room sort of area, just wide open, sort of away from the walls as best I could. I stood directly behind my vocal mic right here, and then I put the mic in front of them, but I kept it a bit of a distance from them, of course. And I had Bobby on the left, Michael in the middle, Tyler on the right, all kind of circled around the mic. And I would be listening to the song because super budget. I brought my laptop and stuff over, and it was like I was like, they didn't even hear the song; they were just doing the woes kind of thing, and so that was interesting. But so I was listening to the song, and I would kind of just like cue them in, and I would say, we're all in this together, whoa, and then I would point at like, whoa, and it took a couple tries, of course, to like really for them to like really get it down, like the timing wise anyway, but then they did eventually, and we did 3 solid takes of it. Like we did the whole song 3 times, and to get some real good takes. I ended up using just one of those. I guess there'd be 1, 2, so every whoa, so there's 4, I guess, in each chorus, times like 3, so 12 in each. So we did like 12, 24, 48 takes of it, I guess. Or no, what am I can't do math. 36, my bad, Jesus. So we did like 30, there's 38 or 36 of them. My God, I'm an idiot. 36 of them, and I picked one to use for everything, because it was like, I was super. A lot of it probably had to do with me and just how I was directing them and stuff. But it was just one solid take, and what I did is I edited it. I edited it and made it a little more in time, and made it like I kind of makeshift a little bit, but it's them 100%, right? I wanted to have a group, and it was just 3 guys. I wanted to have a group in there because it made it sound a lot fuller. But yeah, so I used one take out of the 36 that we did. I think we did three full, like the song 3 times. I mean, maybe 4 times, so then it would be 48, but I can't remember right now actually. But we used one, or I used one, edited it up a little bit, like cut it up a little bit, and put it in. And then what I did when I got home, because I didn't want it like just them, like it's just one take, right? Of the 3 of them, right? So I'm pretty sure, did I duplicate their stuff? I think, man, now I can't remember. I can't remember if I actually just used one, like maybe I used 3 takes and that were all together, and then edited it all, and then moved left, right, up the middle, that sort of thing. I can't remember now. Fuck. But anyway, so when I got home, I did my own, to just add more to it, right? So what I did is I recorded me doing the woes on the left-hand side of the mic for the whole song, me doing woes in the middle through the whole song, and then me doing woes on the right, and then like through the whole song. And I think I actually just did one of their takes. Actually, yeah, just one of their takes. I didn't duplicate or anything like that. I just did one of theirs. Anyway, I'm sorry, guys. We're getting into 40 minutes. Anyway, I hope you're enjoying this. This is I enjoy talking about this. I'm loving this anyway. Yeah, and then I mixed it all and made it work. And you can hear them in the song. It's cool. It's very cool, actually. I'm really stoked that my cousins and my buddy were involved on that. They're going to be in it forever now. You know what I mean? It's cool. It was cool to do that, and it just yeah, it meant a lot to me to do that. I just think it's super cool. So anyway, I'll stop talking. That's pretty much everything that went into the song. Again, this is the first song I wanted to release because of the times that we're in and everything that was going on. I think it just really solidified everything, made it really, it's a positive kind of song. A good message, for the times that we're in. So it was the most appropriate song to release at this time, I think, to start everything off for this EP. So I'm happy to finally talk to you guys about it now. And now it's all fully out. The whole EP's out, obviously, at this point. This is the last video. This is it. And after this video, I'll be going back to just doing covers and writing and all that stuff that you do during quarantine. All right. Well, thanks again so much, guys, for listening. We're going into 42 minutes now. I really appreciate it. It means a lot. We're in this together. Gonna take a quick sip of beer. I'll try not to burp during the song. All right. So we're in this together. Thanks, guys. Life can get you down, but don't forget how to stand. You may think that all you've got is yourself and your plans, but you're not alone. We've got each other, and in this life you gotta go out and help one another. We're all in this together. Whoa, whoa. And don't be afraid to ask if you need help. Yeah, love what you create. Appreciate the people who lend a hand. 'Cause your heart will get broken, but you'll stand strong. We live this life on tooth and nail. So take a cheer. Whoa, whoa. We're all in this together. We're all in this together. Whoa, Whoa. And life is what you make it, so do what you can, because no one's gonna do it for you. Yeah, and try your best and don't beat yourself up. If you don't love what you do, then leave it. Yeah, and try something new. Hey! We're all in this together. Whoa, whoa. We're all in this together. Whoa, whoa. We're all in this together. We're all in this together. Whoa, whoa. And that's we're in this together. That's it, guys. This is the end of the We're in This Together video series. Thank you so much for tuning in. I really appreciate it. It means the world to me, guys. And for those of you who watched this whole video, we're getting up to 50 minutes here almost. I think we're at 48 now. Oh, sorry, my cat just fucking dumped the garbage. All right, I gotta go. Thank you guys so much. Yeah, I really appreciate it. Listen to the EP. It's out everywhere. Ozzy. All right, peace out, guys.